Hi, good afternoon. My name is Hector Rodriguez. I'm going to be presenting security testing with my partner Gerardo Nieves and Elvin Rivera. This is part of a series of presentations that have been going on throughout the semester. Our presentation is going to be including the following topics. We're going to be giving an introduction to the topic of security testing, define in informal terms what security testing is, determine or expose what the state of security testing is up to this date, talk a little bit about some testing techniques that are out there and that are being used in the industry, problems of software dependencies that may affect security, the effect of user input on security, on the security of a system, security risk at early stages of the development, and also some security testing tools that are available for automatic or automated testing. Well, first of all, as an introduction, we'd like to talk a little bit about software testing. This discipline has been growing throughout the last couple of years, and it has become a pretty good technique in the sense that it provides a way to verify that the software system complies with all the requirements that it was created for. In order for people to do this is a very hard task. So a lot of technology has been created to ease the process of doing a testing on security in a software system. One of these technologies is a unified modeling language, which has made the process of collecting the specifications of the system a lot easier and more clear. This will benefit the tester in the sense that he will know what requirements to look for or what behavior should be expected from the system at the moment of performing tests. One thing about testing is that usually how it is performed these days is that testers look for the correct or test for the correct behavior of the system, which is supposed to be specified in the requirements. One problem is that sometimes software systems do or have behaviors that are not part of the requirements, so this kind of behavior is very hard to test. Now we're going to try to find a little bit more specifically what is software testing. Software testing is the process to determine that an information system protects its data and maintains functionality as intended. This is software testing tries to assess how a system protects its data, manages access to its data, protects its integrity, and how the functionality of this program is. Is it working correctly as is expected or not? The six basic security keystones are that confidentiality, integrity, authentication, authorization, availability, and non-repudiation. These are security keystones that prevail throughout all types of security, and this is not the exception. Software security should also respect all these principles. One of the things that is very important when one tries to perform a security testing is the fact that the testing should be made based on risk analysis. So therefore, risk management and security testing goes by hand by hand. Security practitioners usually perform many different tasks in order to identify this risk. Here we have a list of some of these tasks. First of all, we have creating security abuse misuse cases. If these cases are identified, then the tester can do tests in order to check what happens to the system, how it responds to abuses or misuses. Also, another thing that can be done is listing normative security requirements or performing architectural risk analysis. Also, building risk-based security test plans is a key, because these test plans is what dictates how the tests are going to be performed, and if they're not based on the actual or potential risk that the system is going to be confronting, then it probably will be forgetting about some of these hazards or threats that could be out there. Also, building statistic analysis tools to help performing regular security tests, for periodic security tests, performing penetration testing in the final environment, and cleaning up security breach. Once all the risk has been, or the potential risk has been identified in the context of this system, we now have to see how vulnerable our system is to this risk. So a vulnerability assessment is recommended for every information system out there. 3 types of independent vulnerability assessment systems in particular are being adopted by many organizations these days. One of these types of vulnerability assessment is source code analysis systems. This kind of systems help developers to identify or locate vulnerabilities in the code of the software. There are also vulnerability scanners, which are used to find report flaws in networking infrastructure. So we have a type of assessment that will help identify problems in the source code, and a vulnerability scanner which will find flaws in the network infrastructure. And last but not least, we'll have security testing systems that emulate the real-world threats and try to help organizations be capable to withstand attacks or real-world situations that might compromise the information safeguarded by the system or its functionality. Now we'll talk about some testing techniques which are listed here. My partner Gerardo will go into further details with this.
Well,